On today's Big Deke News, a new Steelers offensive coordinator candidate emerges, Chase Claypool doing Chase Claypool things, and we'll take a look around the league in the AFC North to see where the Steelers sit after they took the week off. Big Deke News. News just broke over the last hour or so that the Indianapolis Colts have fired their head coach Frank Reich after trying the quarterback carousel for 5, 6, 7 times after Andrew Luck retired. Frank Reich and the Colts could never really get back to that legit contender status. They've been through Jacoby Brissett, Brian Hoyer, Phillip Rivers, Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan, and the latest, Sam Ehlinger. Yeah, I think this latest debacle of signing Matt Ryan this offseason, or trading for him rather, and then midway through the season, after the Colts, I believe, were around 500, right? Matt Ryan led them on that comeback win against the Broncos Thursday Night Football. They said he was injured, but whenever he came back, he wasn't going to get his starting job. Sam Ehlinger, quarterback rest of the season. All that shit, that's grounds for firing right there. But Reich is still a really good offensive mind and offensive coordinator. That is the reason he did get the Colts job in the first place however many years ago. So, literally not 2 seconds after he was fired today, got Steeler Nation thinking. Well, I'm telling you right now, it ain't happening this season. This is just something way out of the Steelers' wheelhouse. They're not going to fire Canada and then bring an outside dude in the middle of the season. So that's out of the picture. But also, usually when a head coach gets fired midway through the season, it's not like they're signing up to go on other teams' coaching staffs right away. Last time I can ever remember this happening was Hugh Jackson. He went from the Browns, got fired, then over to the Bengals with Marvin Lewis. And it wasn't even like it was a permanent or long-term thing. It was just for the rest of that season. So I do think no matter what happens, I'm guessing Frank Reich is just going to let the rest of the season play out, and then we'll see what happens in the offseason. But if he doesn't, he signs with another coaching staff, whatever, as like an offensive assistant. I do think he will be available for this 2023 offseason. Here's my thing. Can we just wait until then before we start seriously discussing something like this? That's my plea. Can we just wait till the 2022 season is over and we see how this whole thing plays out? And I'm not sitting here defending Canada. I'm probably one of the last people that want to do that because of the whole Sabotage 7 and his final season. But I can't be the only one that is thinking over these last however many weeks that the offense is slowly improving. I mean, we did move the ball pretty well against the Eagles. If Reich's available and is looking for an OC spot when February hits, then I'm all for it. And that's not even dependent on if the offense does improve, because even if it does, Reich could still be an upgrade over someone like Canada. I just don't know if he's only looking for an offensive coordinator spot. He still might be able to get some head coaching positions. But again, we'll wait and see on that because he's not going to get a head coaching spot in the middle of the season anyway. So let's just let these 2 or 3 months play out. And the other part of it too is the Steelers. I mean, are they going to be willing to shell out the type of money required to get someone like Frank Reich in the building? We do have that extra money now, though. Next topic, the Steelers were on a bye last week, so let's talk about how a former Steeler did in his debut with his new team. Yes, Chase Claypool with the Chicago Bears. How would I define his first game in Chicago? I said it in the intro. Chase Claypool. It was the perfect mix of everything and what you'd expect from a Chase Claypool game. Glad the Bears fans actually got to see it this early on, get this early glimpse of what it means to have Chase Claypool as one of your receivers. Jet sweep, check. Nice catch, and then picking up the first down, showing some physicality, check. Falling down trying to catch a ball, but then getting a pass interference call, check. Dropping a 50-50 ball, check. Disappointing stat line, check. Right now for the Chase Claypool trade scoreboard, I think you got to give a point to the Steelers. They're up 1-0. Add on top of that, the Bears lost, which makes that second-round pick that the Steelers received even more valuable now than when they made the trade just last week. But I'm not happy about it because I wanted the Bears to beat the Dolphins because the Dolphins are going to be in that AFC wildcard mix. So if the Bears would have beat them, that would have helped the Steelers' chances for this second-half run. So ultimately, not happy that the Bears lost, even though it does help the second-round pick and the trade value and all that type of stuff. But since I brought up the playoffs, let's talk about what happened around the league and the AFC North while the Steelers were at home on their couches. Steelers right now sit at the 15th spot in the AFC playoff picture. Listen, if we ever needed a cliche to hold on to, it's the one where it goes, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Because I'm telling you, we got a chance. I feel like the momentum is there coming out of this bye. The defense is going to be fully healthy. We get TJ Watt back. I feel like the offense is starting to get there, starting to click a little bit. Pickett's getting that experience. The connections are being made with the receivers and whatnot. Plus, we have a lighter schedule in the second half of the season. But across the league in Week 9, we, as I mentioned, didn't get help in that Bears-Dolphins game. We also actually wanted the Bills to beat the Jets because we're all assuming the Bills are going to make the playoffs, right? The Jets are going to be in that AFC wildcard picture, and they beat us, so we actually needed the Bills to beat the Jets, but that didn't happen. Falcons to beat the Chargers, that would have helped, but we had disaster in the final minute of that game. And then Bengals smoked the Panthers. I actually thought the Panthers were going to have a chance to beat the Bengals because the Panthers have a decent defense. Bengals were without Jamar Chase. Chidobe Awuzie, he's out for the season with an ACL. That's the Bengals' top corner. But obviously that didn't happen either. The Patriots beat the Colts. We wanted New England to lose, but there was no chance of that happening because the Colts have Sam Ehlinger. But I think those were all the games that had some type of impact on our playoff chances in Week 9, and none of them broke our way, unfortunately. The last one we have left is Monday Night Football tonight, Ravens versus the Saints. Obviously, we want New Orleans to catch that dub. The AFC North standings right now, though, speaking of the Ravens, they are in the top spot. Bengals in second, Browns in third, and the Steelers in the basement. But again, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. That's it for this edition of Big Deke News. Coming off of the bye, I think I did pretty good. I feel refreshed. I feel relaxed. This is one of the better Big Deke News episodes yet. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay chilling. Peace.